Well, it is Pride Month, and that means showing support for all of the LGBTQ people in our lives. But for some people, it's tough because they haven't known many people from that community. And joining me this morning to talk about how we can all support trans youth in our life, Aytch Denaro, a licensed clinical social worker with Mary Bridge Children's Gender Health Clinic. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
Well, so Aytch, talk a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, that's a good question. So I'm the social worker and I help families and youth understand what their options are for gender affirming care in our clinic and help them implement those plans
Okay.
and give them those resources they need.
So the Q in LGBTQ is questioning. So how would a youth and at what age would someone say, I am questioning, and how would you help in that process?
Sure. Well, by the age of 2 or 3, our youth have a pretty stable sense of their identity. And we have patients as young as 4 that come to us all the way through 18. There's no right or wrong time to come into clinic.
Gotcha. You identify as part of the LGBTQAI plus community. So how does that impact your work at the clinic?
Sure. It's amazing. I think it creates visibility for these youth and these families to see somebody like myself who's non-binary, using they, them pronouns, can be successful and live a healthy life with the right type of support.
It's kind of a pivotal time for the trans community. We're seeing in the Olympics right now that they're allowing trans athletes to compete. This is the first time. Quinn from OL Reign is going to be a member of Team Canada. And so it has to feel like some progress is being made in that regard, right? I mean, as a society?
I would think so. We've come a long way and we still have a lot of ways to come. Some of those bills and legislation in the South shows us we still have some work to do as a society as a whole.
So how can parents, family members, and friends best support trans youth in their lives?
Yeah, the number one way, chosen name and pronouns. If you have a youth that comes to you and they say, hey, I'm thinking about this, I want to use these pronouns, come alongside of them. Know that it's a journey and things may change, but the best thing you can do is support them and hang with them in their journey to show that they're loved and get them the right care that they need.
Do you have any advice to maybe a family member or a friend who isn't as accepting as someone would hope?
Sure. Yeah. Education, the right type of education. Our website actually has a lot of good resources for parents. Parents and caregivers getting their own support and talking to their own peers can really go a long way in those types of situations.
What about for a kid that's questioning, a trans kid that, I mean, I can imagine they're like living with this secret. And they they're holding this thing in. So what would your advice be for trans youth who don't have the support they need in their lives?
It will get better. There is support out there, whether it's online or virtually. There's groups that are just old school chat to keep those youth safe, where they can interact with peers and they don't need their environment to know. And there is support out there. We just have to find the right support for you.
Got it. Aytch Denaro with Mary Bridge. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you all.